How do you think the source of information might affect the way people vote?
I think the source of information can affect voters if people that are biased start writing stuff on the internet and not basing it on truth but on opinion. So I think it's very important that people read and form their own opinions.
Well, I think if people do not have access to the internet, they're not going to be able to get all the information that they need to be good voters. And so if they just go by what their friends, the way they vote, then they may not, their vote will be, maybe not be what they would normally vote because they're only going by what they're told.
Well, out of all the resources out there, with internet, Twitter, Facebook, and television, I think people are trying to persuade others to vote for their specific person, and I think people really need to do the research.
What do you think is the most effective source of information for the candidate?
I believe that the candidates, the best way that they are telling us about what they're going for is by telling us by television or in their debates.
I feel that social media makes it much easier for candidates to get their information out there to the public.
Obviously, it's going to be the internet because a lot of people have access to that. They can do YouTube videos or they can just put messages on their Facebook. So they're going to reach the most people with the internet.
What is the most useful source for the voter?
As a voter, I think the most useful type of information would be the internet. If there's a particular issue that people are more concerned with, they can go on the internet and see which of the candidates are supporting their big concerns, and then they can make their own decisions based on their own research from the internet.
I think for me as a voter, the most useful information is the debates, listening to candidates debate. You can always tell when they're asked different questions whether they really mean what they say or if they're just answering to get a vote.
The most useful sources for a voter like myself would be the information that I get from television, from their debates, from them telling us what they are going for, what they plan to do with my money, what they're taking away from me.
Are you happy with the information you are receiving from these sources? Do you think that the information available will help you make a well-choiced vote?
Yeah, I think just because the amount of information that we can get from television, the internet, what have you, you're going to get the most information to help you be a better and more educated voter.
I feel the internet will help me make a well-informed decision this year for this election because it makes it easier for me to research the candidates and their position.
I'm very happy with the sources that we have today. With the technology the way it is, we have access to internet, Facebook, Twitters, cell phone text messaging, and all of those sources, they help